about the noise in the clubhouse. I don't suppose I could go in and have a look?
Sorry, Twilight, but the clubhouse is for official Crusader business only. No adult ponies allowed.
I am
Except
a Crusader.
Applejack, sometimes, since she owns the farm and everything.
Apple Bloom, help me out here.
Oh, it's all right, Sweetie Belle. I've made Twi here an honorary Cutie Mark Crusader for today.
But she has a cutie mark.
I know. That's what makes her honorary. Duh.
Oh, okay then. Welcome to our clubhouse, honorary cutie mark Crusader.
Thanks, Sweetie Belle.
Interior.
Ugh! Apple Bloom! I thought I told you not to let any non-Crusaders in here. Oh, don't you worry about that, Scootaloo. I made Twi here an honorary Crusader for today. You what? Apple Bloom, that's not something you just do on your own. Oh, but she found your ribbon. Ain't it worth something? She did? Really? Really?
Yes, I did.
Oh, give it here!
Hold your horses there,
Speak
Scootaloo.
up first.
First, I have a few things to ask about, if I may.
Ugh, really, Twilight?
You want this ribbon back, right?
Fine, make it quick!
Scootaloo, I have to ask you about last night.
Oh, last night?
Yes.
Yes, last night. Or more specifically, where you were last night.
I don't know what you're talking about, Twilight.
Come on, Scoot.
Oh, I think you do, Scootaloo. I've already talked to Apple Bloom about some of it.
Apple Bloom? What? Ugh. What did she say, Twilight?
I know that you three were around town square.
Practicing a comedy routine.
So perhaps we should start there.
Is everything alright, Twilight?
Well, yes. It's just that right around here is usually when...
Hi!
Yep.
Right on schedule.
Oh my gosh, Twilight, this is exciting! You finally come across a confrontation!
Uh-huh.
A confrontation.
Now, these are a whole lot like interrogations, except they're longer and cooler! This time, when he totally presents some evidence and show that pony who's boss, they may just keep on coming. They're not gonna give in right away. That wouldn't be any fun.
Oh no, it'd be so terrible if some pony around here actually just told me something.
Basically, you're gonna soon enough see multiple topics, and you gotta bring each of them to a conclusion before you finally get to the bottom of things. Kind of like how you gotta get to the middle of a jelly donut to get to the sweet filling.
Well, I can do that.
But uh-oh, here's the part that might equal frowny wowny. If you present the wrong evidence too many times, well, then it's all over, Buster. That pony's never gonna tell you anything.
But, wait, what? What do I do then?
Oh, well then you just start over.
Start over?
Well, yeah. You just, try again from the screen. And the confrontation will start back over like nothing ever happened.
Pinky, I don't think conversations work that way.
It's like she doesn't even know this is a video game. Well, good luck! I'm rooting for you. Is she always like that?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Oh, one other thing. You also can't leave or save the game once a confrontation starts.
Wait, what?
But don't worry. You can't start them when you don't have everything you need. Super convenient, right?
Yep.
Well, maybe not as convenient as if they just tell you everything at the start, but Okie dokie Loki. Now that's everything. Bye!
I have everything I need for this? Well, that's a start, I guess. But now it's time to put everything together. Anyways, Scootaloo, about last night and your comedy routine.
It was supposed to be a secret. But yeah, we've been working on a comedy routine for Rarity's birthday. I imagine you already heard that much from Apple Blabbermouth.
Pretty much.
We started pretty late in the evening around Town Square, so we could be there when there weren't any ponies around. We made some pretty good progress, if I do say so myself. I mean, I'd hope we did, considering we were there for, like, over an hour. Just a minute.
Out of curiosity, may I ask what sort of comedy routine this is?
No. You already know too much, Twilight. You're not getting one more peep out of me. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, Twi, we're on to you. I ain't telling you one more bit.
Yeah, and I'm totally not gonna tell you that I designed costumes for it. Sweetie Belle! Wait, if you're in here, then who's guarding the clubhouse?
Oh, right.
Note to self. Tartarus hath no fury like a cutie mark crusader scorned.
And that's about it. We're still not there yet, but I think we're getting there. Not sure why you were wondering about this, but there it is.
Scootaloo is being awfully vague here. And given what I know already, I have a feeling I know why. I'm gonna have to try to make her be more specific if I have a hope of getting us somewhere.
It was supposed to be a secret. But yeah, we've been working on a comedy routine for Rarity's birthday. I imagine you already heard that much from Apple Blabbermouth.
Hold it.
Just a minute.
Hey, I didn't tell her right away, Scootaloo. She used, like, her big detective brain on me. I didn't stand a chance.
I have no idea if that was a compliment or sarcasm. So, I'll take it as the former. Out of curiosity, why Rarity's birthday? I can see you doing something like this for Cheerilee, but this is different.
Sweetie Belle's idea. She wanted to do something for her sister and somehow roped us into this. I told her that under no circumstances were we going to do something all touchy-feely for Rarity, so that was kind of a compromise. We haven't done comedy in a while, so it seemed like an okay idea to me.
Alright, well, when were you practicing this comedy routine?
We started pretty late in the evening around Town Square, so we could be there when there weren't any ponies around. Just a minute.
That's what happened when you started. What happened after you started? Were you just working on that routine? Nothing else?
Well, yeah. Can't say we did much else.
Can't see much out of place so far, at least. Alright. Do you think you could tell me what you did do?
After we got started, we got into our routine pretty heavily. Heck, we were working on it non-stop until we called it a night.
That's a lie. Taking a break is not working non-stop.
Wait a second.
Not entirely
Objection.
non-stop, I'm afraid.
Huh?
I happen to know that you three took a break part of the way through your practice session. And I also happen to know that neither Apple Bloom nor Sweetie Belle knew where you were during that time.
Apple Bloom!
Sorry, Scootaloo.
Well, what about it?
Huh?
Maybe we did take a break and I went off somewhere else. What about it? Doesn't mean anything. It's not like you know where I was.
The Raven says otherwise.
How's this? Actually, I think I have a pretty good idea of where you were.
What? How?
I talked to Rarity earlier and learned that she witnessed an orange and purple pony running out the door after she discovered her home had been ransacked and her prized jewels stolen. And I also found part of this ribbon just outside the window to her boutique. Not to mention there were tire tracks that looked suspiciously like your scooters, leading directly to that window. Sounding familiar yet, Scootaloo?
Well... Actually, no! Can't say it is!
What?
Come on, Twilight! None of that points to me! Listen to yourself! I jumped through her window to break in? I mean, that's gonna hurt! Not to mention make a lot of noise! And why in the world would I steal anything from some pony whose sister I'm friends with? That makes no sense! All you've got is circumstantial evidence.
I don't know whether to be annoyed by her stubbornness or impressed by the fact that she correctly used the phrase circumstantial evidence in a sentence.
Impressed.
Stay cool, Twilight. You already know what you need here. You just need to find ways to prove it to her.
Honestly, Twilight, I can't believe this. You're accusing me of stealing from my best friend's sister? What's gotten into you?
Hold it.
Just a minute.
Scootaloo, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm simply stating facts. Please, calm down and trust me on this.
Ugh! I'm not gonna calm down when you're talking like this! Give me a break, Twilight! Give me one good reason why I'd steal from her. No, not even just from her. From any pony!
Do something daring.
Wait a second.
Alright.
Alright, what?
I can, in fact, provide a motive for why you'd want to steal Rarity's prized jewel.
Uh-huh.
Scootaloo, I know that a short while ago, Rainbow Dash gave you a very special ribbon of hers and told you a few choice words. Among those, however, was the instruction that you should do something very daring for you and your friends. I trust you know where I'm going with this. If you really did do a bold heist of Rarity's boutique in the middle of the night to steal her most precious jewel,
That would certainly be awfully daring.
Ugh. What? No, Twilight, no! You got it all wrong! That wasn't it at all! After she said that, I started practicing scooter tricks, not theft! Stealing things from ponies is so uncool, Twilight. I never! You remember those tricks that Rainbow Dash did at the Best Young Flyer competition, right? I had to try one of those out! Of course I can't fly, so, well, I kinda had to make do with what I can do. You remember that trick where she spun clouds around, right? So awesome! Well, not as awesome as the Sonic Rain Boom, of course, but I figured, you know, maybe I'd work up to that. The carousel boutique's nice and round, so I've been practicing going around it at top speed. I'm getting pretty good at it. Anyway, the point is, that was not what I had in mind when she gave me that advice. At all.
alright, Scootaloo. I believe you.
Scootaloo's trick. Added
Come
as
on,
evidence.
Twilight. Even you have to admit that the story you're telling here sounds awfully far-fetched. First, there's the window itself. I mean, really, Twilight? You're going to claim that I rolled directly towards the window and crashed through it? Why in the hoof would I do that? Just a minute.
I don't know, Scootaloo. Why don't you tell me why you'd do that?
Well, nice try, Twilight.
Worth the shot.
Second, if all the Rarity said was what color the pony was, then that could have been any pony. We're pretty colorful, you know. Unless you have evidence that only I could have fit that description. Really, this is some pretty darn weak evidence, Twilight. I don't know what you did to make the others talk, but if this is your best, I'm not impressed.
I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere here without some solid evidence. I must...
Answer a question.
Come on, Twilight, even you... First, there's the window itself. I mean, really, Twilight? You're going to claim that I rolled directly towards the window and crashed through it? Why the hoop would I do that?
Not directly. Accidentally.
Wait a second.
No. Actually, I'm not gonna claim that you rode directly towards the window, because that's not what happened.
Well, then what?
You said it yourself. You've been practicing going around the Carousel Boutique at top speed, right?
Yeah.
What do you think might happen if, say, opalescence were to suddenly be in the way? We did find her hair near the tire marks after all. You'd have to swerve pretty hard to avoid hitting her, right? Hard enough that you might leave tire marks and lose control of your scooter. And then perhaps crash and be launched accidentally through the window of her boutique. Am I getting warm, Scootaloo?
Bingo. Bullseye. Can't get warmer than that. Enough already. I give.
Do you think, now, you might be willing to finally tell me what happened that night?
Apple Bloom?
Well, I can help you, Scootaloo. I can just feel it.
Alright, alright. No more running, hiding, or dodging. I'll just give it to you straight. Not much else to do now, right? You already know most of it, so, well, I won't bore you with those details. Yeah, I was practicing that trick. Opal got in front of me. I tried to avoid her and wham! Before I knew it, I was flying through that window. I guess the star from my ribbon got caught on something was torn off when I did. Honestly, I didn't see much when I was there. I saw some dark figures who I think got startled when I crashed through the window. They ran away pretty quickly after I did. I heard one of them trip, at which point I heard a pretty scary growl and a yelp, as well as the sound of, well, something getting ripped. By a claw, I guess? It didn't take me long to figure out what was going on and that I needed to get the heck out of here, so I ran as quickly as I could. And, well, that's about it, really. I totally forgot about the scooter when I left since I was in such a panic, so I came back and got it later.
I hadn't actually thought about what happened to your scooter until just now. Any reason you bring that up?
It's strange, Twilight. I feel like there are thousands of ponies somewhere out there, watching us, looking closely for missing information, and judging us harshly if they find any.
That's oddly specific.
Call it a Philly's instinct.
Well, thanks, Scootaloo. I think it's about time I paid the Carousel Boutique a second look.
Oh, and before I forget, here's your ribbon back. Sorry to have used it as a bit of a bargaining chip.
Yay!
You no longer have a partner. Aw.
Oh, this reminds me of the time that I ran with Apple Bloom for class president and vice president at school. I was running for president, naturally.
Wait. How does Sweetie Belle remind you of that?
Well, because in the end we lost by 1 vote. And Sweetie Belle voted for the other ponies.
Huh? Why would she do that?
Betrayal.
Well, if we had won, then Apple Bloom and me would have had official business to attend to. And she didn't want the Cutie Mark Crusaders to split up like that.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Are you kidding? That was a totally dumb idea to start with. Sweetie Belle knew what was up, Twilight.
She came through.
Just when you think these fillies have no sense and are incorrigible, they always remind you that they're good ponies after all.
You know, funny story about Apple Bloom. A little while back, I challenged her to a scooter race. See, we had a school project to complete, and neither of us wanted to put the finishing touches on it, so that was our way of determining whose job that would be. But she totally cheated! She made me promise not to use my wings, and I realized only too late that's how I roll. She says she learned that trick from some pony. Oh, I really wish I knew who that was!
Somehow, I get the sense I know the answer to that.
Yeah, that's It's me, leader of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
That's funny. I didn't know the Crusaders had a leader.
Well, the others aren't gonna admit it, but you know that the coolest pony always ends up in charge of a group.
2 leaders.
Wait, does she mean that I'm?
The coolest.
You're kind of an exception there, though.
Right, of course.
What do you think?
Scootaloo? Earth to Scootaloo.
Oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh!
Right, I'm putting the picture away now. Thanks. Thanks for your input.
Yeah, let's back away. Actually, do you have anything else to say? No conversation options. Where's Fluttershy and Applejack?
Sorry, Twi, but I ain't got much to say about that pony. Been doing too much crusading to have time to talk.
What? But, Rarity, did you clean up the boutique?
Why, yes, darling. It was a dreadful, awful mess. Just a few more bits and pieces to put in order, and it'll be good as new.
She tampered with the evidence. How could she?
But it's a crime scene.
I know! Wasn't it terrible? It's taken me all morning to get it back to near working condition.
Rarity, you don't just clean up a crime scene. You need to leave them as is so we can find evidence implicating the culprit. All the mystery novels are completely unanimous on this.
Oh, right. I suppose that would make sense.
Ugh, forget it. Let's see if there's anything of note left. Well, this is something at least. I suppose. This stool wasn't like this yesterday, right?
I should say not! I certainly would have cleaned that up if it had been. Like I was about to.
Down, Rarity. Resist the urge. Let it be dirty for one day.
Let it be dirty for one
If you
day.
insist, I shall do my best.
Rip stool. A stool found in the Carousel Boutique was tipped over last night. The rip is odd. What caused this? A claw, perhaps? A claw mark.
But I don't see anything else. Is there really nothing left to look at in here? No offense, but this stool isn't going to do much.
Well, if you've overlooked anything, I might be able to help with that.
Really?
Partner?
How?
Do you recall that gem finding spell that I taught you a little while ago, Twilight? Well, I just so happen to have been improving it to find other things that are easily overlooked. I tell you, Twilight, that has been invaluable keeping everything in good working condition around the boutique. I used to spend so long finding all the little things I work with around here.
Huh. Well, that does sound useful. Okay, let's try it out.
Rarity. Ability. Rarity has long had a way with sweet-talking ponies into getting her way. And she's always happy to lend her talents to help out a friend. Call on Rarity. If a male pony or a pony with an ego is giving you the cold shoulder. Rarity has refined her gem finding skills to the point that she can find anything small that might have been otherwise overlooked. If you feel like you're looking for a needle in the haystack, using Rarity's skills in the field might help.
But how does it...
How does it work?
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Are you girls talking about Rarity's super duper looper hooper cool ability? I've been waiting so long to talk about it.
Silly me. I thought I might actually get a tutorial from some pony who knows something about the topic at hand.
You know those crazy times when you're making cupcakes, but then you totally can't figure out where you left the egg timer? No? Well, I sure have, and let me tell you, they are not fun, Buster.
Not fun at all.
But Rarity never has those problems, because once she turns on that super special the button will light up all brighty like to let you know there's something important to find. Ooh, sparkly!
I still don't.
I know. Trust me, Twilight. They understand me.
We do.
Uh-huh.
Come on, why don't you try it out? I bet there's a little something over to the left of that stool. Okie dokie. Hope you find lots of cool treasure out there. Bye!
Accurate, albeit perhaps over-enthusiastic description.
Well, let's get to it. There must be something around here, right?
The rip stool. Hold. And what's that on the floor?
Say, Rarity, I know that these booths are here for trying on dresses, but I've always wondered, what's the purpose of the drawers?
Why, darling, accessories, of course! A dress isn't a dress without a little sprucing up to match the pony who's going to wear it. Let's see.
True.
We've got gems, jewels, sequins, lace, buttons, threads, frills, bells, patches, little pieces of string that I've picked up off the ground, fuzzy bits that I'm not sure what they're from.
I think I'm getting the picture, Rarity. Thanks. Although, aren't gems and jewels the same thing?
Certainly not! Only an untrained eye would think such a thing! That is, not to say that you're, untrained in terms of optical ability, Twilight.
Gee, thanks. Ha! I knew there was no way that Scootaloo wouldn't have had enough forethought to break through this window if she were trying to steal a jewel. Instead, she just didn't have enough forethought to avoid crashing through this window when Opal jumped in her path. I'm not sure if that came out right. Wow, Rarity. You certainly take good care of your mirrors. These practically shine.
But of course, it's how I size up all of my clients. You can't see clearly if you can't first see clearly, you know?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think.
Now that I look at you in this light, why, you're looking positively radiant, darling.
I am?
But of course! Picture it! I could put together a nice green dress for you. No, not green, sea green. And it would be flowing and would have sapphires from the hip down to the bottom in a swirling fashion.
You already have.
Rarity.
But it would have to have the shoulders just right. Why, if they're too small, then it's like they aren't there at all. But if they're too big, well, then you look just like a cliché tacky princess. Nothing like the princesses we know.
Basically.
Rarity.
And of course we have to give you something else to wear on top of your back. Why, it just wouldn't do to make there be nothing separate. Now I'm thinking of something silk. Maybe orange? Or perhaps, yes, of course, something red. My dear, to accentuate that rather tasteful streak you have in your mane. And...
Rarity!
Oh, yes, Twilight?
Perhaps we should be getting back to our investigation?
But I'm in the zone, Twilight! You could be
Twilight
the star inspiration
zone.
for my entire new fashion lineup!
Rarity. Investigation.
Alright.
What's this? A hairpin, if I'm not mistaken. Ha! This is conclusive evidence on multiple levels. First, we most certainly have never seen Scootaloo use a hairpin, so we know this cannot be from her. Furthermore, if this is indeed not hers, then it must be from the thief. There's no other
Could be
option.
rarities.
Therefore, we also know that the culprit is likely a female who uses hairpins. Ha! Score 1 for Investigator Twilight.
Twilight, could I see that for a second?
Of course. Do you see anything else that may be deduced?
That it belongs to rarity.
No, but I do believe that this is the hairpin I lost yesterday. Thank you, Twilight.
Right. Well, I suppose that's, another option, too. Huh? What's
Gems.
this?
Gem pieces. hook gems, small gems.
This is an oddly shaped jewel. Seen this before?
No, I can't say I have.
Strange.
Hook gems found on the floor of the Carousel Boutique, not part of Rarity's Gems collection. They seem like to be some sort of tool of some sort. Their use isn't obvious. Lockpicks?
A bunch of small gems? Rarity? Did the thieves try to steal these too?
Well, no, actually. Those had been on that stool. I imagine they were knocked over with it. I had been trying to find them, though. Thank you, Twilight.
Never mind then. Well, now I think that's about it for things to be found in here. Thanks, Rarity. Say, I wonder if we missed anything else somewhere else. Rarity, would you mind tagging along a little longer? That ability looks useful.
But of course, Twilight. Lead the way, my dear.
Let's get the main 6. Or technically 7 if we're being correct. Up to date. Here.
Glass! So much glass!
Broken
One
glass.
side, Twilight. I cannot let such a dangerous mess stand unclean.
Rarity, stop! You can't clean up the crime scene.
But broken glass in my boutique.
Some pony could get hurt.
Down, Rarity. Heal.
Fine. I shall suffer such an injustice in a dignified manner befitting a lady. You owe me, Twilight.
Whatever you say, Rarity. Just as long as we don't lose more evidence. Aha!
Key.
This looks like a clue.
Really, Twilight? What of it?
It's a key. I can just bet that the thieves...
Twilight, darling, I think you ought to just ignore that.
What? But it's...
Twilight, trust me, you truly, truly do not want to know what lies within that which this key opens.
Why?
Within it contains stories of drama, intrigue, mystery, stories that were never meant to see pony eyes. Why, Twilight, I dare say you know not what horrors you could unlock with that very key.
I'm getting the sense you want me to leave this key alone.
Oh, well, I suppose that might be a wise decision, if you're asking me.
Sometimes I don't understand ponies.
Diary key.